One of the biggest reasons as to why you can never seem to set yourself a goal around weight loss, fat loss, and sustainable health transformation is because you are so disconnected from your values. And today I'm going to explain exactly why. I'm so sorry to interrupt your video, but if you stay till the end, I'll be offering you an entirely free resource, an entire framework to work through so you can understand, internalize what I'm talking about here, and actually go and implement this in your lifestyle almost right away. So stay until the end and get all the free stuff. The concept that I want to introduce to you today that will absolutely change all of this and address the core root issue as to why you keep falling flat on your face is called value-based action. But before I do, I need to explain to you as to why you're failing currently without that system in place. If I have to say it plain and straight up, it's because you are setting yourself empty goals that really mean absolutely nothing to you. And it's not attached to anything beyond the actual goal itself. It's exactly why when you're met with a little bit of friction, you kind of fall flat on your face. And let me paint the picture. If you've been out of shape and you felt frustrated with yourself at some point because your waistline's getting bigger, you have no energy at the end of the working day for your family and for your kids, and you just feel so unproductive and you're kind of in that shitty place that you sometimes find yourself in, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna change. Today I'm gonna change. You spend 1 day, 2 days, 3 days motivated, swimming in that dopamine. Then the minute life hands you your first slap, you're like, holy shit, I can't keep up with this. 1 meal turns into 2 meals, turns into dessert on the weekend. 1 missed workout turns into 2, turns into weeks and 2 weeks, and you forget about your gym membership. The idea behind value-based action is to not just set a frivolous, empty goal. So for example, so many guys and girls will tell me, Bilal, I want to lose 10 kilos. And it kind of stops there. What you're going to do before taking that step is you're going to think about all the overarching values that are important to you. And by all, I honestly mean 2 to 3 that you can think of top of the head. Like they just come to you and you're like, you know what? Spirituality and my relationship with God is important. And remember, it's really important that you just don't give me the right answer. Give me the answer that's real and it means something to you. Now in doing so, you first established the things that you hold close to yourself. The things that you would like to see in the vision of your very life every single day. Now, when you're setting your goals, you're going to do so in alignment to those values. So let me give you an example. So the things that you might value might be your health, it might be your family, and it might be self-respect. Now, whilst your goal in here might be, Bilal, you know what, I want to wipe off 10 kilos off the scale. Because you now have a framework for these overarching values, losing 10 kilos actually means and translates to, I would like to have more energy for myself and for my family at the end of my working days. I want to feel self-confident, confident in the promises I keep for myself and the promises that I keep for the people around me. As an extension of self-respect, I want to feel like my body's no longer holding me back from the things that I would like to do. Now, I want you to notice the stark difference between, Bilal, I want to lose 10 to 15 kilos, and then having these overarching values established first, setting a goal that's meaningful in line with those overarching values, and then going from there. Now, the second step, honestly, the most crucial step, is to reverse engineer the goals. Now, we can actually get into the weeds of things like your calories, your protein target, how many steps do you want to be hitting every single day? And that is important, but we're not going to get into that, really into the crux of the numbers right now. The real point that I'm trying to make with this is you have never reverse engineered your goals. And let's be very honest about that. You've set yourself the goal of 10 to 15 kilos, but you've never asked yourself, what does this require of me, of myself every single day? The reason this framework works the way it does is because naturally now when I pour into those daily actions will actually mean something to me. So this might translate into, I'm going to walk 8,000 steps every single day. A couple of ways I get those steps in are after meals, so I have more energy for myself, for my family, and I'm more productive at work. It might mean that before the week starts, you're planning not only your meals, but when are you going to get your gym sessions in so it doesn't conflict with family time? So you're still respecting yourself, but also staying true to the value of your family. See, what largely people do and you do is you set yourself a goal and you get excited and you keep your eyes on the prize. The problem is you never take your eyes off the prize and ask yourself, what do I need to do today? Because goal acquisition never occurs or never happens by you telling yourself, I want to achieve this goal. It actually happens with daily habits compounded over a long period of time. Now, those daily actions are not just random, kind of throwing shit at the wall hoping it'll stick. All of those actions have meaning and are attached to an outcome that are based in your freaking values. If you revisit the scenarios that are presented to you when you've set goals and not gone through this process. For example, it's a busy evening, you're stressed out, and it just so happens that your mum or your mother-in-law sends food to your house. It's curry, it's akhni, it's biryani, it's something indulgent. Normally, without all of this framework in place, you're going to sit there, you're going to eat it. You're going to have a backdoor, mental backdoor, and you're going to convince yourself, I can't throw that food away, when in reality, it's just kind of like a translation for I would love to eat that food and forget about my plan. Now, with this framework in place, something like that happens, and you might be more inclined to recognize, you know what? I have a goal in mind. I have these values that are so important to me. You look at the landscape and you're going to stop yourself in your tracks and go, you know what? I've got some meal prepped. I might have a little bit of that food, but I'm not going to overindulge so much so that it throws me off this entire journey that I'm on. Honestly, this extends out to everything. Think of the typical things you're going through every single day. At lunchtime, you don't have lunch prepared. You'll just go and get yourself a dirty takeaway. When in reality, if you work from this framework, you'll probably stop yourself and go for the next best option. Hide in the morning and you know you need to get to the gym because you're not going to go in the evening because you would like to spend time with family and put your kids to bed and chill with a wife. You're going to get up at 5 a.m. The alarm will go off and guess what? You're going to go, you know what? I know I'm tired, but I'm still going to get up and get to the gym. Because I know what values are freaking important to me. You can see, as I've been so passionate about this, this is exactly why I made the value-based action worksheet. It's not this fluffy journaling exercise. Well, I mean, it kind of can be, but this is an exercise to help you navigate through the steps that I've just explained. To finally think about, what is it that I value? What goals am I chasing in line with those values? And why do they mean something to me? Then you're going to look at reverse engineering the entire process. What are the day-to-day habits required of you that will now mean something so you can go and acquire and achieve that goal, not just today, not just in 6 weeks, but long term. Okay, so if you've made it this far into the video, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to the link in my bio and download the value-based action worksheet. And I want you to work through it systematically. Now, I've not gone into detail in explaining how to use it here because there is a video attached to the worksheet itself. The mistake would be to watch this entire video, feel like, you know what, this is it, and just get the dopamine hit from it and never implement this properly. And I truly believe this is the difference between you running around that hamster wheel, trying to reset, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, and restarting every single year, and you actually solidifying those results long term and living in that lifestyle that you want of health, feeling good about yourself, energetic, confident, and all the other values that you hold close to you. If you do download it, you work through it, let me know if you found it useful. Please let me know, drop me a message, comment below, subscribe, like the video, and just all around let me know, because I really can't wait to hear how this video and this worksheet, the resources, have benefited you, and hopefully I can crack into something a little bit deeper than just those goals at surface level. On to the next video. I'll see you there. Take care.